CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to stand for truth.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? Hey, Monica, good morning. How are you? And it is a God morning as well. How are you? Hey, Min, how are you? Shauna, good morning. Probably missed somebody coming in. Good morning. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Sad Monday. Marianne, for some reasons, absolutely. Hey, Pernell, Darlene, good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. Jennifer, nice to see you. Please, if you will, share this and also retweet this and invite your followers. Hey, Fred, good morning. Aletha, good morning, good morning. Yes, God morning as well. Yes. Hey, Marilyn, good to see you. Rhonda, good morning. I'm going to, as you're coming in, I'm going to be reading Psalm 138. The Lord's goodness to the faithful. I will praise you with my whole heart. Before the gods, I will sing praises to you. I will worship toward your holy temple and praise your name for your loving kindness and your truth. For you have magnified your word above all your name. In the day when I cried out, you answered me and made me bold with strength in my soul. All the kings of the earth shall praise you, O Lord, when they hear the words of your mouth. Yes, they shall sing of the ways of the Lord. For great is the glory of the Lord. Though the Lord is on high, yet he regards the lowly. But the proud he knows from afar. Though I walk in the midst of trouble, you will revive me. You will stretch out your hand against the wrath of my enemies, and your right hand will save me. The Lord will perfect that which concerns me. Your mercy, O Lord, endures forever. Do not forsake the work of your hands. Hey, Antonio. Good to see everybody. Can everybody hear me okay? Great, Catherine. Hey, Bill, Brian. Good morning, everyone. Jamie, Robin, good morning. How is everybody? God bless those in need. You're in our prayers. Absolutely. That's everybody. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Teresa, hello. How are you? Aletha. Yeah, let's see. Breaking news. Let's say this first. Anthony Weiner has been sentenced to 21 months in prison. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Monica. So that's really good. 21 months. Yeah, he only got 21 months because that's all the prosecutors were asking for. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Well, Lori, I'm just trying to start out the week on a positive note. I know, only 21, Pernell. That's all they asked for. He could have gotten, like, I think it went up to 10 years, but that's all they asked for was 21 months. Next to Jared from Subway. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Maybe they can room together. Hopefully they take away his cell phone. Big Al said. I don't know. Weren't you going to get looking forward to those pictures from prison? System is rigged, Jamie said. Yeah, it absolutely is. When some people get 10 years and some people get 21 months, I wonder if that had anything to do with Hillary or anybody else. I'm so pissed. No more Hollywood and football in my house. I'm boycotting. So let's get into NFL. NFL yesterday was absolutely shameful. Absolutely shameful. I think everybody can agree. Well, most everybody can agree. Watching them take a knee, watching them over on foreign soil take a knee against America, kind of like a certain group. Yeah, Jamie, absolutely. How much time will a Wiener serve? I have no idea. Hopefully the whole time. Hey, Sherry. But to watch everybody yesterday take a knee over in London, disgraceful. The Dixie Chicks did something similar to that. I don't know if you remember under George Bush, they went over and they talked down about the president, and, you know, they didn't do so well after that. They had all of their records steamrolled over. People weren't buying their products. They went out of business. Hopefully the NFL will do the same. I know it's a little different. They have a lot of money. But it's disgraceful, despicable. And for those people back on our American soil to do the same thing is despicable. Why is it shameful? It's not their First Amendment right, Dave. It's their First Amendment right to do that on their own time. You don't have the right. Do you go to your job and take a knee? Go to your job, take a knee, see what happens. Tell them that it's your First Amendment right. See, what's happened is we've made these people, we've put them up on a platform and put them up high as if they are somehow extremely important. They're people just like you and me. They're millionaires unlike you and me. And they basically are told that that they can do anything that they want. And we put them up on that pedestal. They get billions from taxpayers, Catherine said. That's right. Owners aren't firing them except Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. So if you're going to watch anything, watch the Cowboys. And also NASCAR. NASCAR came in yesterday, and NASCAR said if people here in NASCAR want to take a knee, then you can just go and find employment someplace else. Hey, Christopher. Thank you, Gigi. Thanks so much for your super hearts. Robin said NFL is idolatry. If people put in as much effort into fighting abortion, they would be great. It's a distraction. It is. It's an absolute distraction. Here's what I was going to come on yesterday, and I wanted to talk about the NFL because I was really, just like most of you, very mad. But here's the thing. A woman lost her life yesterday, and it went virtually unmentioned. A woman coming out of church loses her life when some lunatic, allegedly, from Sudan, 25, 26 years old, decides that he's going to kill her. And what do? We talk about the NFL. What did the Tennessee Titans do? Did they run down to the church yesterday afterwards and find out if there was anything they could do to help those people there? The 6 people that were injured, the 1 person that died, did anybody go and contact their family? No. You know why? Because the NFL was more important. It was ridiculous. Those people deserve zero of our attention, really. They should be out in their communities helping people. If you want to do something, if you want to be respected, if you want us to respect who you are, then get out there and help your own community. Tennessee Titans, shame on you. Shame on you for not going there yesterday and finding out how you can help out when that poor woman died, what was her family going through, and everybody else at that church. And we didn't even talk about the 22-year-old hero, usher of that church, who went out to his car, got a gun, and came back in and shot the guy. Or God only knows what else would have happened. Rhonda said, look up code of conduct for national anthem. Yeah, they're supposed to stand. Yes. Yes, preaching. Robin said, ladies, get your carry permits. Exactly. Held him at gun. He did shoot him, Shauna, and held him at gunpoint. Had that guy, that 22-year-old hero, not gone out there and done that, then how many more in that church would have died? And yet, the NFL, what are they going to do? Oh, well, we're going to take a knee. Why? They don't know. It started out being about social justice. That's what Kaepernick started it all about. And now it's gone to, oh, well, we hate Donald Trump for saying get rid of the SOBs. A little boy saw the whole thing. I know, Catherine, it's such shameful. Nobody go to the NFL games and see how the owners like it. I tell you what, there should have been anybody there yesterday, and when they took a knee, every fan in that stadium should have gotten up and left. And I know they're hurting in ratings. You know what? Boycott the NFL. Take them all the way down. I don't care. I haven't watched the NFL since Kaepernick put a knee down on the ground instead of standing for the flag. You know what? If you don't want to put your hand on your heart, then you should stand up. It's ridiculous. If you want to go out and you want to talk about your First Amendment rights, then go do it on your own time. Don't do it on my time. People are there to watch a game. They're not there to see what your political beliefs are or anything else. So, turn them off, don't watch them. And I'll tell you what, if you want to do something great to show people how you think, Alejandro Villanueva from the Steelers was the only one. He's an Afghan veteran in the Army. He went outside when his team cowered in the locker room and didn't want to come out because they knew they were going to take a knee. He was the only one that came out, stood there with his hand over his heart, and was respectful to the flag. You know why? Because he earned the right to do so. He is the one that went out, risked life and limb for you and me, so that those people could take a knee down there on the field. I'm so mad I can't even talk. On the field. So, you know, when you're out there disrespecting our veterans by taking a knee, you are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Who's being far right? I mean, you know, my thing is, you're there to do a job. Get out there and do a job. God bless them, praying for them. I see where some sponsors are pulling out. Good for them, Dawn. Spencer said, when the lunatics shot up that church in Charleston, South Carolina, the news coverage never ended for days. Exactly. And now, not a peep about what happened in that church. I haven't heard anything today. Anti-American has become vogue when Obama left office. This is all part of a globalist agenda, Rhonda said. Absolutely. Hey, Rick, good to see you. I'm telling you, Emma, I am so upset about that. I am tired of all of us putting our focus where it doesn't need to be. Put your focus where it needs to be. Put your focus on God, for number one. Put your focus on, hey Barbara, good to see you. Put your focus on helping people, because I'll tell you, as times get harder and harder, and they're going to because of where we are right now. No, Trump should have called them an SOB, because that's what they are. They are SOBs for putting their knee down. He said what most Americans were thinking. And good for him for doing that. He has a right to call them that. You know, if Obama had the right to say the police were acting stupidly, then Trump can call people who put their knee down on the field SOBs, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm tired of people talking about NFL but not boycotting NFL. Exactly, Rhonda. Boycott them. Turn them off. And as I said, Villanueva, go out there and buy his jersey. You know why? The sales on his jersey have skyrocketed since he stood there and put his hand on his heart. And guess what? His coach called him out on it. So you know what we should do? We should be talking to his coach and telling him, how dare you? You won't tell everybody else that they need to play the game and not take a knee, but you're going to stand there and tell a guy who wants to put his hand over his heart, you know, to not do so. Yeah, you know what, Pernell? You just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I don't have some feelings. And if you want to throw scripture back in my face, go ahead and do that. But I'm giving you raw emotion that people felt. And people felt that they were SOBs. And it's funny because that's the first thing people want to do is throw that up into your face. Coach was afraid of causing controversy, although he brought his people and left them in the locker room. You know, he wouldn't let them come out. And that's just as bad as not coming out and standing up, I think. What is amazing is that Dallas Cowboys wanted to wear the sticker for Blue Lives Matter, and they were forced to remove it, Dawn said. Now, I don't know if that was because of NFL regulations, Dawn, or not. I don't know. That could possibly have been. Rhonda said the NFL, the NBA are being used by the globalists. Wasn't PA a red state, Pennsylvania red state? I think at one point, yeah. Probably still is. But I tell you, you know, again, people take this free speech too far. You know, you go to work, you take a knee, and tell your boss that you're exercising your free speech. And guess what? You're going to be out the door. You have to see it from both sides. We took a knee to bring awareness to social injustice. David, you can take a knee wherever else you want to, but when you're getting paid to do something, you don't take a knee. You do your job. Social injustice for millionaires from a 1%er? Are you kidding me? Yeah, the Torah has zero restrictions on using colorful metaphors. Nothing now with, yeah. And that idiot said that a national anthem is used just to get people to enlist. Oh, please. Unbelievable. That's what's wrong with our country now, is because everybody is just saying, oh, there's so much social injustice. Yeah, you know what? I'll take the social injustice, pay me several $1 million to do a job, and I'll go out there and do my job. And then on my own free time, then I'll do whatever I want to do and say however I want to express myself. They don't have a right, Dave, to express themselves on my time and my dime. Good morning, Chicago Pops. How are you? Hey, Renee. Again, go to your own job, take a knee, and tell your boss that you're there to exercise your free speech rights. See how long you're going to keep your job. Roger Goodall for disappointing for not squashing that instead of fanning the flames. I know, H-Man, for somebody who knows that basically their ratings are going down, and then you're going to go out there and fuel the flames like that, you're just bringing your own demise. That's okay. Yeah, how is taking a knee fixing social injustice? Exactly, Rhonda. They should use that energy to a poor community. Right. If you want to do something to help in a social injustice, then go out and help your community. Go out and help your school. Thank you, Brian. Go out and help your school. Quit taking a knee. Get up off your knee and do something. Go out there and help people. Notice they don't protest domestic violence, yes, or black on black crimes, Julia said. Hey, Faye, good morning. Yeah, I mean, seriously, if you want to do something for the black community, Hispanic community, Asian, or even white community, yes, I said white community as well, then why don't you get out there in your community and actually do something? Why don't you take your millions and go out there and go to the schools and give money to the schools that need them? Why don't you give money to the churches that need them? Why don't you, in general, become a big brother for some of these people that you claim to really care about? LA said, I work for a national bank, would be fired if talk politics and salaries. You better believe it. I've never had one single job where I was allowed to go in there and talk about my politics or take a knee because I felt like it. Yes, and Tillman, absolutely. Tillman was the only NFL person that I know that put his money where his mouth is, and he got killed for it, but at least he died serving God and his country. I honestly believe they don't even know what they're protesting for. They don't... Patriots, because in the beginning it was like, oh, we hate cops, we're protesting against cops that kill blacks, and now it's gone to we don't like Donald Trump, so we're going to go out there, we're going to take a knee. They don't know what they're fighting for because it doesn't matter, because again they feel because they're in the NFL that we're going to follow along like sheep. Well, we're not sheep. No, they don't have to ask for a sit down. Absolutely not. Protesters against Trump, that's what it was. Cap is giving back millions to the community. He's an advocate for the black community. Oh, so one guy, and that's it? One guy? Hey, Josette, good morning. Oh, no, these players aren't there to play football. They're there to play politics. They all need to just go. I absolutely agree, Spencer. Dawn said they don't have a right to use such a public platform to express themselves. Like you said, use your own time. Exactly. Your own time, your own dime. You can go protest all you want. But when you're there to play football, play football. The one person that all have a problem with. The one person that you all... No, we don't all have a person with Colin Kaepernick. We're using Colin Kaepernick because he started it. And guess what? Colin, he's a mediocre football player. Patriots fans booed loud after anthem for sitters. Chanted, stand up beforehand. Great to hear. And they should have walked out. Love the game, but can no longer watch the NFL, NBA. Chicago Pop said. They are playing football. They are taking a knee for 1 minute before the game. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to go to your own company and take a knee when you don't like something. Sorry. Tell me how that works out if you do it. Tell me if it works out for you. Turn their backs on the field would have been good too, yeah. You know, afterwards, when you're done playing football, go out and do whatever. He was okay until he was converted to, yeah, exactly. Brian, just go out and come back in. Pull the plug on the NFL, stop and come and see. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, he's mediocre. Mediocre. That's why he's no longer on a football team. He's mediocre. Hey, Ann, good to see you. Good. Then they can do that, and they don't get to come to the football field and do what they want to do. They come to the football field to play. That's it. Actors don't want to act. All these people, they want to make all of this money. They want to go and get a platform that we've given them. Hey, Ann. And then they want to take up our time with their political rants. Can you give a few details about the Tennessee shooting again? I haven't heard much. Sherry said, basically, allegedly a 25 to 26-year-old man from Sudan walked into the church. It looked like he had either a ski mask. Some people said a clown mask. walked into the church, started firing. He killed a woman that had left church early and walked out to leave. He killed her and then injured about 6 people in the church. A 22-year-old usher ran out to his car, got his gun, came back in, shot the guy, but he got pistol whipped as well, and held the guy, though, until the police came. So if it hadn't been for him, God only knows how many people. How are they taking up your time? They're taking up my time by gumming out there and not standing there like they should. And, you don't have to put your hand on your heart. You don't want to do that? Then stand. Stand there and look intelligent if you can. That's all we're asking them to do. It's like tuning into a political rally where a football game breaks out. Thank you, Spencer. Exactly. Hank is a troll. I know. Hank is a troll. Yes, you said exactly. We give platforms, we take it away. Exactly. Not allowed to be critical of Trump. Don't we have free speech? No, you don't have free speech. See, you don't understand what free speech is. Free speech only comes up when the government is involved. So if you go into your work, there's no free speech for you. You come in here. If I don't want you to be here and say whatever, no, there's no free speech for you. That's why you get that you don't understand. Football, there's no government involved. There's no free speech involved. See you like that. It's true, going on your knee will not help anyone. I go on my knee to pray. These rich, spoiled players don't know how blessed they are. They could do that with Rocket Man. Yeah, free speech has repercussions. But people think you have free speech everywhere. You don't. Only when the government is involved. That's it. Pastors, preachers don't even have free speech. Good point, Rhonda. Good point. It's not disrespecting Trump. It's disrespecting America and our vets. It's a free country, isn't it? My father served. It's a free country, but doesn't mean you have free speech. You got to look up the definition of free speech, and you got to understand what that means. Money is now speech. Scream with removing all tax subsidies from NFL owners. Exactly. Dave, you're not going to get it. So just keep saying your little things. You don't understand. You don't want to understand. So, people died for the flag. People died for this country. And if you can't understand that and you don't want to understand it, then fine. But you keep asking the same questions over and over. So we can't help you. It's not in their job description. Simple as that. Exactly. Just ignore Dave because he doesn't want to understand it. So that's it. Hey, Marco, what is and what is not protected under First Amendment? It has to involve the government, Marco. Hey, Katie, good to see you. Hi, Susan, I'm back. We just got back last night, and I'm tuning in for the first time in forever. I know. You get to go on your little trips camping and make all of us jealous there, Monique. What I'm saying is, Marco, you have to, in order to say I have free speech, you don't have free speech at your job unless you work for the government. There has to be a government entity involved in what's happening. So, for example, if a police officer tells you you don't have free speech here, depending upon the situation, because they're a government entity, then free speech argument may arise. You don't understand, Frizz. Never watched the NFL before, certainly won't start now. The Tennessee story deserves more coverage. I know, Sherry, we're not hearing anything about it. Dave does want the boot, Catherine. No, I understand. Dave, you don't have to make me understand from both sides. I understand from both sides. Hey, Robert, how are you? Oh, you'll probably want to go back and watch the replay. Yeah, exactly. Obama refused to say under God, and nobody said a word. Yep. You don't talk to a veteran and tell them that you don't want to stand for the flag. Tell them that you want to take a knee. Let them tell you how disrespectful that is. Fox just had something on about the shooting. Wow. About the first time. Even Fox yesterday, they really weren't talking about it. Every story, they went right to the NFL. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? Yeah, Penny Lane needs more coverage. I only heard FBI was sent to investigate. Trump is not divisive, but just keep saying it. People together, yeah. Hey, Robin, how are you? May not agree with the kneeling, but we should respect. No, no, Marco. We don't respect they don't have a right to kneel during a football game or any time while they're being employed. You see, that's where you're misunderstanding. They don't have a right to take a knee at their employer's job. They don't have a right to take a knee if we don't want them to because we're paying the tickets. There's no right on a football field to do anything. That's where you're wrong. Oh, good, Amanda. That's good to know. Yeah, a man can choose his own path, and a man can choose his own consequences. No, they don't. SCOTUS doesn't differ with me. SCOTUS, they don't differ with me. SCOTUS knows that the government entity has to be involved in order for there to be a free speech argument. They are actually insulting most of the customers, slapping them in the face. Exactly. Yes, we employ them, not the other way around. Very well said, Amanda. It's because you don't understand. Go look up First Amendment, look up free speech, and look what has to be involved. And then you'll understand that you got the argument wrong. You have a right to take a knee if you want to, and that you have a right to be fired, right? But there's no First Amendment right to take a knee. You can do whatever you want. You're a free person. You can do whatever you want. That doesn't mean there aren't going to be negative consequences to it. And right now the NFL is figuring out what those negative consequences are. See, I'll tell you what infuriated me is the teams that went to London and knelt for the anthem, then stood for God Save the Queen. Pissed me off, Dawn said. Yep. NFL needs to start paying taxes. Yep. I know. Even Kraft, the Patriots owner who's supposed to be POTUS's friend, is against him. Sad, really, POTUS said. POTUS said. Hey, Catherine, white people trying to tell black people how to protest. Josette said, I should say. Well, thank you. So anyway, again, you can go to your own job, you can take a knee. But when you do that, you have no rights to do that. But you can do it if you want to, and you can also be fired. There are consequences to your actions. If you want to have your First Amendment rights and you're a football player, go do it wherever you want to do it, but not on our time, our dime. And your employer has the right to fire you too. NFL's done, in my opinion, too, Amanda. And I really like the fact that, they didn't want to go to the White House. So President Trump said, okay, we'll go ahead. Do employers overrule the First Amendment in all cases? Again, you have to have a government entity involved. Hey, Robert, good morning. The NHL, the Penguins, are going to be there at the White House now. Yes, and NASCAR rocks. Yeah, no. Got to have a government entity. It has to be some type of public government entity. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for the flowers. My sister works as executive secretary for a huge university, and they are told not to speak politics. Well, isn't her free speech rights? Aren't they involved? No, they're not. If we had any real Congress with a pair, we would have had legislation to remove the tax exempt from the NFL. President Trump needs to bring veterans, not sports figures. I agree with that, Amanda. Bring in the veterans. Bring all the veterans there. Bring in the homeless veterans. Bring those ones that we donate to in Utah. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Those people are the ones that deserve to be there, not the people who are sitting there, disrespecting our country. All right, so now in other news, the Trump travel ban, it would have expired on Sunday, and he went ahead and signed a new updated travel ban. It goes into effect sort of mid-October, but I think it's going on right now. It targets North Korea, Chad, Iran, let's see, Libya, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. And valid visas, they say, won't be revoked. And on a case-by-case basis, you may get a waiver. Yeah, exactly. Watching sports is supposed to be fun. What about Saudi Arabia? I didn't see it in the. It could be. Yeah, I doubt Saudi Arabia. Was your art? Yes, on Facebook, Cully. I on Facebook right now. Facebook is restricting me. I'm not allowed to post in any groups until October 1st. And some people were having problems getting on my out in the desert somewhere. I think, Catherine. Some people were having problems getting on my Facebook page. I have no idea, Marianne, except I think it may be they don't like the fact that I post in many of the Donald Trump groups. They don't like that. And also, right afterwards, or right before then, I had written an article, Mirigato, Goto, stop and come and see. Yeah, she's great. Up and coming star, Mirigato, Goto. Watch her, go to her Periscope. She's also she's a songwriter and singer. She's really great. Yeah, they basically, some people, like I said, are having problems getting on my personal page. But right before that happened and I got the restrictions, I wrote an article about Maxine Waters when she was being all political at the eulogy. And yes, stop and come and see. And so I don't know if that was it or not, but all my articles are fact based and I have hyperlinks to them. So I don't think so. Just that I'm not sure they love their country. Who knows? Hey, from Colorado. Hey, Laura. How are you? Okay, so in other news, your articles are about. Thank you, Shauna. Now no one will see them. Uh, if you guys could, if you would, please, at this point, if you would go ahead and retweet this and share it, I would be very happy taking a knee. Cully, Cully, Cully. Amazing how emotional you are this morning. Oh, really? What's amazing about it? I reposted the Maxine thing last night. Thank you, Dawn. North Korea foreign minister stated Trump's recent comments amount to declaration of war. Yeah, right. What's so bad about kneeling anyway? Marco, you're not understanding. You can kneel anywhere you want. You don't have the right. Well, I'm glad that you like it. You don't have the right to do that. You don't have a right at your job to take a knee. You don't. Okay, so McCain went on 60 Minutes on Sunday. Hey, Brian, did you show up? Where? McCain said on Sunday on 60 Minutes that Trump never apologized to him about the war hero comment. Trump said he was a war hero because he was captured. So he's still mad. Yes, we can agree to disagree, Dave. Have a great day. So it's personal. McCain is delusional. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's why McCain keeps doing it. Exactly. If you're going to block the NFL, block the TV stations they're on. McCain was no hero. Forced off fire. Stop incumbency said. McCain is not a war hero, Shauna said. North Korea is our biggest threat right now. No, I kind of disagree with that. I think Iran right now is our biggest threat because Iran and North Korea are working together. Iran has helped North Korea. North Korea has what it has because of Iran. Should Kushner be locked up for having a private email server? I don't know. Ask Hillary. Hey, Monica is never a hero. Traitor pardoned by a traitor. Monica said the kneeling isn't the issue. It is the message behind it that is the issue. Exactly, Spencer. Laura says she thinks the left is the biggest issue. YouTube, I don't see you over there, Brian. I don't know if you went by really quickly. I didn't see you. Thanks, Cully. McCain was called the songbird. Yeah, I think that, hey, Carmen, North Korea is threatening nuclear war with the U.S. Yes, but so is Iran. McCain's got medical issues which affected his mentally, and of course, he got a bad diagnosis again, a prognosis, I should say, Catherine. And we do wish him the best. I don't wish any will ill on anyone. A miracle would happen to help him and heal him. I would want that for him. Here, the NHL champions were invited to the White House and they accepted. Yes, the Penguins are going to the White House. NHL, they have class. Support NHL, the Penguins. So, now, here's some news that, again, you're not going to hear on our mainstream media. The Hoover Dam in Los Angeles. It has a lot of problems. It's under threat because of invasive species of mussels. And yeah, no, it's a prognosis, Laura. I said diagnosis. It's prognosis. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Rick. Good to see you. The Hoover Dam is getting some help from Israel, a company in Israel that's going to help with that problem. Good morning, Keith. How are you? The Hoover Dam is not in Los Angeles. Did I say Los Angeles? I meant Las Vegas if I said Las Vegas. I meant to say Las Vegas. Sorry. Not that kind of mussels. Mussells. I'm great, Keith. Thanks for asking. Yeah, so they're going to go and try to do something to get rid of the mussels. And the Hoover Dam is Las Vegas. Yeah, I know, Kathy. You don't know him, but you don't respect him. Yeah. Sorry you're late. Unapologetic. Okay, Emmy. Is it Emma? I think. Technically, it's in Boulder City, Nevada. Thank you. Thank you, Las Vegas gal. Marianne. Yes, you're right. Yes, Monique, Israel. Emily. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty good, but again, we're not hearing anything about them coming there to help. Diane, good morning. How are you? Yes. Hope they come to the Great Lakes and help also with the zebra mussels. Yeah, that would be good. Or we could just, understand their technology and try to use it ourselves. Um, Also, in other news, thank you, Miss Penny Lane, for the super hearts. I so appreciate it. Trump asked Netanyahu to postpone his meeting in regards to building a settlement on the West Bank. Been to Hoover Dam one time, pretty cool, Cully said. They're going to. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Jerry's back. Yeah, take the knee to the muscles. There you go, Lynn. Glad you're back, Jerry. Jerry's been away for a long time, electricity out and everything else, but she survived the Irma. So, again, Netanyahu is postponing the meeting for 1 to 2 weeks at the request of President Trump. So they're really trying to push hard for this peace agreement. Internet is back, Jerry said. Yay. Because liberals don't respect Israel because of Obama, Catherine said. Block ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, anything that NFL is played on. Yep. We all need decent, affordable health care. Yeah, absolutely. There are a lot of brilliant people that come out of Israel. Israel has a lot of amazing, innovative technology. They don't get enough credit for what they have. They were using HBOT over there, that hyperbaric oxygen therapy, probably before anybody else. Thank you, Lee. I think everybody's doing fine in the scope. Thank you for asking and saying that. Yeah. Also, Hezbollah said it will keep building its arsenal despite the Israeli attacks. They said last week there were attacks going on in Syria around the Damascus International Airport as Iran was trying to bring in weapons to Hezbollah. So again, that's kind of why I say that Iran is really the one that's more of a threat than North Korea. They're the ones helping North Korea get everything that they need in order to come after us. Your mom became an avid football viewer, then the BS happened, and she refuses to watch the NFL. Penny, good for your mom. Good for her. Taking a stand. I like that. Now, have you guys heard about the new tax plan for that? It's supposed to be unveiled sometime this week. Yes, she said the BS happened. Trump's new tax reform supposedly was leaked. being hashed out behind the closed doors by top Republican leaders and White House officials. They're looking to max out the tax rate, they said, for the wealthiest Americans at 35%. The big plan is dubbed the Big Six because of those behind it, kind of like the Gang of Eight. That's a killer right there, probably. Catherine said Iran should be taken down now before it's too late. It said that the plan of the Big Six, because of those behind it, will apply a dramatic reduction on taxes for large and small businesses and reduce the current income tax brackets to only 3 in an effort to simplify the entire tax program. Now, here's what they have so far, but it doesn't mean it's going to end up this way because they're still working on it. Currently, there are 7 tax brackets to be reduced to only 3. Top individual tax rate reduced from 39.6 to 35%. The rates for the other 2 tax brackets are yet unknown. That's where you and I come in. Corporate tax rate cut from 35 to 20%. Rules included which will prevent wealthy people from rearranging their affairs to be taxed at the small business rate. Yeah, when are we going to cut Planned Parenthood? Good question. Standard deduction to be doubled, which will be a boost for the middle class. So again, if that's what happens, then that's going to be really good. If we get deductions doubled, that will be amazing. But again, this is something that has to go through the House and the Senate. So there you go. If you need to block someone because they're being obnoxious, feel free to do that. I thought you probably knew that already, but you can do that. Oh, the veterans are burning NFL products to boycott now. That's great. I know one, Fred. Whatever deduction that they give us, a reduction in the tax rate would be great. Do I think it'll actually go through, Emily? You know, I think it's going to be changed so much that we'll get some slight reduction, but I don't know how much. I think the Democrats aren't going to like it because it's not spending. And it's so amazing because these people don't understand when you give people back their money to do whatever they want, that they will go ahead and spend money. Hubby is watching videos of the veterans burning gear, a $270 leather jacket. Woo, good. I've seen videos with veterans coming out, and they're very much against the taking the knee during our time on the football field. Again, go take a knee on the side of the road. I don't care. Yep, you saw it too, Emily. Take TurboTax, type in 100,000, you'll owe 44,000. Wow. Yeah, it was amazing. And we also, you're going to have to keep an eye on baseball because now the rookie catcher of the Oakland Athletes, the Oakland A's, Bruce Maxwell, became the first player to kneel down before the game. So, again, we can boycott baseball too, and whatever. Seen vets saying they fought for the right to take a knee. What do you think? They did fight for the right to take a knee, and guess what? The veterans don't take a knee. Well, Susan, if you take away tax-funded programs such as gay frogs in the winter, Tims hate that. Exactly, I know. Or the study about, are there really gay frogs? Do I disagree with Tom Price spending tons of money? Give me the same details on what was spent during the Obama administration, and let's look at that. And if anybody goes to SusanKnowles.com, I do have that article out there on the NFL. If you go to Facebook, if you would take that, hey Nancy, if you would take that and retweet that or share it on Facebook and everywhere, I would really appreciate it. As I said, I'm not able to share anything into groups on Facebook until October 1. I have to do something. You have something in the Dolphins to burn? Cully, you should scope that. It's on the NFL. It's the first article that's up there. Rhonda, right now it's at SusanKnowles.com. It's an article I wrote about the NFL. Those same football players showed disrespect. And yeah, in England they stood for over there in England and took a knee when it came to our national anthem. And other things that weren't frogs have no gender. Well, I think we need to do a study on that. I think you're just being. I think you're saying frogs have no gender. You're just being. You're. I don't know. You're being discriminating. This NFL thing is just a tactic to get rid of the national anthem. Probably, Nancy. Probably, so that we'll never have that at the beginning, and then everybody will be happy. Everybody being the players. Same with earthworms. Robert, you're discriminating against earthworms. I don't like that. We've got to go out there and do. Hey, Teresa, do a study on that just to make sure that you're not lying about that. I just think you don't like earthworms. That's why. It offends me that they do not leave the frogs alone. Well, Barbara, you just don't understand. I know, Teresa, you're late. What happened? So we have tomorrow coming up the vote between Strange and Moore. What does everybody think about that? You just want to watch a game. So stupid to stand for the colonists' anthem, but not their own. Yep. Your frogs are happy. Have you asked them, Barbara? I want more. More, more, more. Moore's in the lead in the polls. I support Moore. I hope Moore gets it, Dawn said. They sound happy. As long as they MAGA. Well, Nancy, there are some groups in MAGA who aren't in line with what the president wants, and the president said he wants Strange. So how is that? Why is that happening? Why are people saying that they're MAGA, that they support the president and everything he does, but yet they're not going and voting for Strange? Because the president said, if you don't vote for Strange, then it's going to make me look like I lost. Catherine says she chooses Strange with the president. Because Strange is swamp. Reverse psychology. Oh, is that it? Yeah, I know. I know, Lori. If you're telling everybody you must support the president, get on the Trump train, then why aren't you going out there and voting for Strange like the president told you to? Why are you siding with Bannon and Gorka over the president? And see, I'm for you vote for whoever you want. But when you're in a MAGA group and you say I'm for the president, you need to vote and do what the president wants you to, but then you're not doing that. Isn't that hypocritical? I personally don't like Strange because I don't like the fact. Why is it not hypocritical, Nancy? Tell me. I don't like Strange because I think, number one, I think that he is a rhino. I think he probably does know Mitch McConnell. And he took off his hat right away. He couldn't wait to get that MAGA hat off. Either candidate will vote the president's agenda. I believe that. I believe that. I know that. But I'm saying there are MAGA groups saying, no, you must vote for Strange. Oh, Nancy, I totally agree. I think you should vote for whoever you want to vote for. My question only applies to the group of MAGA saying you need to vote for the president and then they go and do the opposite of the president. It absolutely makes no sense. So I'm trying to figure out why a group saying you got to vote the way the president wants you to would go against the president and support Bannon and Gorka's candidate. That's all I'm saying. I think you should vote for whomever you want to. That's why this isn't a MAGA group. You do whatever you want. Yeah, it was. Yeah, neither do I, Nancy. Vote for the best choice. That's exactly. And if you listen to Moore is more in line with pro-choice. He risked his job to keep the 10 Commandments. He actually lost his job because of that. He's very much in line with the president. I think actually the president wanted everybody to vote for Strange. Yeah, I know, Penny. Why is Bannon going against Trump? I mean, I have my ideas. I'm not saying he's right or wrong. My only thing is I'm just critical of a MAGA group that tells you to vote for the president, whatever the president wants, and then they go the opposite direction. That doesn't sound like a MAGA group to me. You're MAGA, and you never told that most want more. Well, I everybody that I know wants more. Why do I have a giant mic? Are you on the radio? Are you? Do you like this? Do you like big things like this? To me, it's a non-issue. Both the Republicans, California has a problem. Nancy, glad you brought that up. Let's see. What's the guy's name? Becerra, the Attorney General here. I think he's our AG. I try not to remember these people because I can't stand them. But anyway, yeah, here we go. I made a little note so that I could have it. A California judge says he's going to write the gas tax ballot language for repeal because the AG, Xavier Becerra, had written, what he had written was misleading. So when you have to have somebody, a judge, tell you that we can't allow you to write something because you are misleading, you got problems. I know, Robert. I mean, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad when you have a judge calling you out and saying, I'm going to have to do this for you because you're misleading people. And after all, it is California. And of course they're misleading people because they want that tax. They don't want it repealed. I know, Nancy. That guy he needs to go. You know, about everybody in leadership in California, they need to go. They really need to go. It also, California is evil, Lori said. California's not evil. It's just the Democratic leadership we have in California. Why get distracted with Strange and More when atrocities to our Constitution are in California? I'm not distracted with Strange and More. I just brought it up because I think it's hypocritical. Monica said, do you think Steve Bannon only got into the White House so they can get the scoop on things that he was never able to get the scoop on before President Trump's election? You know, I don't know, Monique. I think that basically he wanted to do it. According to Bannon, he wanted to do it for a year and help, and then he was going to leave. So that's what he did, according to him. I don't know, maybe he wanted to help Breitbart. Maybe he really was interested in helping the president. I think he was interested in helping the president, but I don't know. But we'll see. He hasn't really. It's SUSANKNOWLES.com, Rhonda. Shauna, could you write out SusanKnowles.com for me so other people, in case they don't know how to spell the name or something, can find the website? If you're listening and still on. Somebody else can write out SusanKnowles.com. That'd be great. Yeah, I mean, it's right there, Rhonda. I don't know. Just put the www in front of it, but it won't make any difference. Better to hear you with the big mic. I know, Wayne. Thank you for typing that out, you guys. If you're in Vermont, I think Vermont is having a couple of difficulties. Bannon has a much broader global agenda. Trump has just a piece, I just said. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Nancy. A Vermont substitute teacher, somebody who'd been doing this for a while. Now, you could probably understand why this happened. She got fired. I think it was a she. And the reason is because she was teaching third graders the Nazi salute. There you go, say it, Robert. Oh, my gosh. Robert said I can enlarge the mic by bringing it closer. Here we go. There we go. I've been to Vermont and talk about fruits and nuts. Oh, gosh, Nancy. I know, Lori, somebody has to always mention the microphone. It's a microphone. That's all it is. Trust me, it's all it is. And I need this for the people on YouTube that can't hear without the microphone. Robert, your head left. It looked awesome. Thank you, Robert. Did it look big or small? Why doesn't she teach them to pray instead? Oh, well, she'd get fired for that too. Bannon will be on Hannity tonight. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like a lot of people that were supporting Trump in the beginning and throughout the campaign are now betraying him. It's a little confusing to know who's on his side and who isn't, Monique said. Huge, Robert said. Good. I'm so glad. I've accomplished something there. So, did you cover the shooter at Tennessee? Yes. Yeah, I heard Jerry. They said that he was from Sudan. And you could, Gary, go back and listen, Jerry, if you will, to the replay, because we talked a lot about, yesterday the coverage for the lady who got killed and the other people got killed. That wasn't really brought up. We were so much into the NFL that we weren't talking about the people who had been injured and the one who died. And it's so sad that happened. The Nazi salute, imagine that. Glad she got fired. Me too, Monique. I mean, I can't believe. But this is not about Islam. Exactly. Yeah. And I guess, I don't know, I'm just guessing, maybe that's why they didn't talk about it. Omega, Roger Goodall is a panty-waist liberal that has over-politicized the NFL. Now it's what we see today. Yep. It had always been questions to me where Bannon really stood, Barbara said. Yeah, it's, I just don't know. How come you don't have the joint scope with somebody else? Because I do it myself, Marco. Curious, the plug for that much is an HDMI or what? Are you that curious about it? I also have a mixer, just for those who really want to know. I have a mixer. Gillespie for Virginia. When will the White Lives Matter start rioting? Cully, I'm just not sure. Maybe sometime soon. The mic is awesome. Thank you, Robert. Robert, is it the right size? Look at the different angles. Tell me, is it the right size for you? Does owning that globe on your bookshelf make you a globalist? I don't think so, but you can think that way if you'd like. Hey, Gary, good to see you. I don't know how's Hugh. I hope he's doing well today. We are not rioters and will not lower ourselves. Yeah, he was, Lori, if you heard Cully say that, he was just kidding. Thank you, Robert. I'm glad. Only asking because I wanted to price some. Penny, we've had that for so long, I have no idea even what it costs. We've had it forever. And here's another thing. Stranahan's scope yesterday connects between sports protests and Soros-type upheaval. Good possibility. I mean, money is pouring into Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter are probably telling the NFL to go out and do it. At least they're encouraging it. Silly Monday, Barbara said. A suspected gunman was arrested on Saturday after shooting a woman and two New Haven, Connecticut police officers who responded to the scene. Now, did anybody hear that? I'm in Gary's. Oh, great. You people get around, I'm telling you. You Canadians. Good to see you, Hugh. Carlos Danger is going to personally meet Bubba Smith on the down. Yeah, somebody, I think it was Cully, who said that Anthony Weiner was going to be taking a knee. So I did repeat that for you. But anyway, Connecticut police officers responded to the scene. John Douglas Moore, age 50, was arrested after hours-long standoff at his house. Police were called there after a woman was shot in the hand, the chest, and the back. She's a retired Department of Corrections officer. One police officer was treated and quickly released, and it looked like the other one was going to be. We didn't hear anything about that. Did you hear anything about that? Thank you, Monique. I'm glad you like the mic, too. A friend is an officer and was shot 3 times. What? That's terrible. Yeah, we're not hearing very much about the police officers again. I know. I mean, again, what makes the news these days are NFL spoiled brats. We're supposed to get 2 years of such sex texting. No mention of laptop scandal. Wiener better be worth the wait. We want laptop info. He's alive but critical. Oh, that's terrible. So sorry about that. But what color was everyone? I have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, we barely got to hear anything about it. All right, you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. If you would please share this, retweet this, please, and get this out as much as possible. Your son and daughter are officers. Thank them so much for what they do. Too much hurt. Crime has no color. Exactly. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, everybody. Thank you again for sharing this and retweeting this. I really appreciate it. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, guys. God bless. All right, YouTubers, thank you so much for coming. God bless you. We'll see you again tomorrow. Take care.